Hi, I'm Woody Huffines. I own the Nerds to Go in McKinney and Frisco, Texas, and this is Tech for the Untechnical. How do the bad guys take over your bank account? Okay, so there's keyloggers and there's phishing and there's Trojan banking apps for ways that people can get into your account and compromise your bank account, take it over, steal money from you. But what's the next one? It's called a man-in-the-middle attack. If you know a little bit about how the internet works and how routers work, your information gets routed through a series of routers from where you are to whatever internet destination you're looking for. If you want to know a little bit about that, there's a video linked above that'll give you some information on how the internet works. But part of the problem with routing the information through the internet is it goes through several intermediate steps. And if there's a man in the middle, or if there's someone in the middle of your communication with your bank that takes the information that you're getting from your bank and takes the information that your bank is getting from you and copies all of it down and then just passes it along, that's how a man-in-the-middle attack works. Think of it this way. If you're passing notes, remember in grade school when you pass notes? You pass a note to somebody and they take the note and they're supposed to give it to the girl to see if she likes you or not. Check yes, check no. And so you pass that over. Well, in the internet space, it'd be like that person you passed it through. The person you passed it through could open the email, or in this case, love note, and see what's in it, fold it back up and pass it along. The person that receives the note wouldn't know that somebody had read it, and the person who sent the note doesn't know that somebody else had read it. And that's how a man-in-the-middle attack works on the internet. If somebody has a web presence that's between you and your destination, they read the traffic that's going back and forth between those two places and steal that information for use later, like your password and your username to get into your account, or your information about your account, when your last deposit was, what your balances are, what your bank account numbers are. Because if that number goes back and forth through, that information could be helpful to a man in the middle. For example, if they knew what your last 5 or 6 transactions were, it's not uncommon if you call the bank and ask a question or you want a money order or something, that part of the way that a bank identifies you is to ask you how much was your last deposit, when was your last deposit, what were your last 3 transactions. Well, someone that had a man in the middle of attack going well could steal that information from your communications with the bank and have that information in hand. So how do you avoid a man in the middle attack? Well, there's a couple of 3 things you can do. The first thing that you can do is to make sure that any time that you connect on a web resource that it's involving money or personally identifiable information, that it's an HTTPS or TLS, which is Transport Layer Security, secured connection. They used to have a little green bar or a little lock that would show that it was locked. And what that does is it encrypts the data in your communication between you and the endpoint. There's information on how that TLS works and how encryption works in this link above if you want some more information on that. But the bottom line is, if you're using TLS, the information that you're sending back and forth is hidden. The second thing that I would recommend that you think about is a VPN, or a virtual private network. A VPN creates a tunnel of secure communication between your computer and the exit point of the VPN tunnel. Link above. If you have a VPN, you can set that VPN so that all of the information that goes, at least to the exit point of the VPN connection, is encrypted so nobody can see it. Much harder for a man in the middle attack to work when the man in the middle doesn't know where the 2 ends are. To avoid a man in the middle attack, avoid public computers. If you have to be on a public computer, make sure you have a VPN. If it's on your home or any place else, make sure you have an HTTPS or a secure connection with your bank as you go back and forth. That'll keep you from having a man in the middle problem with you and your bank where they steal the information and use it against you. I'm Woody Huffines. I own the Nerds to Go in McKinney and Frisco, Texas. This has been Tech for the Untechnical. If you find this helpful, hit the subscribe button below, ring the notification bell, and we put one of these out, you'll get a notification. Hope you join us.